Hey, love book, how are you? Uh, your brother-in-law went live tonight, and he talked about something that I was already aware of, but not in the depth that he explained it about. I don't want to say sibling rivalry, but family. Your family just you have haters in your family that just simply don't like you. You have people in your family that just simply just don't like you for whatever reason. I don't know, but I'm so tired. I'm gonna see if I can get this word out because what I put in the chat is still echoing in my spirit. That when this is after Cain killed Abel, and he, of course, his mom and dad was inquiring about him, and he was like, "Am I my brother's keeper?" And I said, "Yeah, that goes without saying, because you are no longer your brother's keeper, because keeping your brother is no longer beneficial to you. It is no longer going to benefit you to keep him. But that's fine, because I was official before you were even asked to keep me. The Lord was just going to see if you were going to be a good steward over your brother or your brother's thing, so he can give you that which is yours." So, you know what I'm saying? How can I say this? How can I say that in another way? The Lord will give you somebody else's to care for, just to see if he can give you yours, so you'll know how to care for it. So let me test you by giving you something that's of somebody else's. And if you're a good steward over that, okay, then I can give you yours. And I was just like, yeah, I think I believe I wrote something like that. And I heard something like that already. And I was just like, wow. Like, you don't know the struggles that some family members go through, especially pale in comparison. Me growing up, oh, you being compared to this person, that person, and the third. Lo and behold, growing up and finding out that this person is actually ill. This person has a bodily infirmity that they cannot help. And even trying to compare in comparison from one to another. We grew up two different households, two different parents, one in the city, one in the country. The positive environment that they had to grow up in versus the negative that I had to grow up in, because I could never do nothing right. Even if they said, "Here, hold this paper and say this word." And I said the word, but because it was me, they didn't like it. So not I say that to say this: you are not going to be everybody's cup of tea. That's why every time you go down the tea aisle, the coffee aisle, there's different varieties. That's why when you go down the bread aisle, so many people make so different types of bread, but lo and behold, they will, which I don't know because I worked in a grocery store before. Pet will make the off brand of the grocery store that you're in brand of ice cream, and Nature's Own will make a store brand of that particular store that they're going to be in, and Sara Lee and all the artisan breads, they will have that same bread in a different bread sleeve of that store brand bread, but you just paying less for it because it's a store brand, and it may actually even be better. Like, that was crazy. So I say all of that to say that I'm just trying to heal and be whole and be happy for my husband, be content with everything that I have now, but know I am worthy of better. Regardless if you see it, believe it or not, regardless if you be like, you know what, I need some company, so I'm going to beat you down and make you feel miserable so you'll be my company to keep. I'm not going to sit here and be miserable and stagnant because you want to live in a time where I wasn't born yet, but because, of course, a child being born or anything new life that's coming into somebody's life or into the world is supposed to bring people joy. And most of the time it does. It gives life to those that were hurting or life to the lifeless. But to those miserable people, they just see that, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't know. That isn't that exhausting? Like, I'm just thinking, like, it'd be exhausting to be mean and bitter and just miserable all day. Who wants to do that? But I digress. This is another segment of the Anointed Thoughts of the Anointed, from the one and only Anointed Billionaire Queen. Much love to y'all. God willing, I will see y'all in the morning. Peace and love.